This is Jack Palance. I listen to Mouse and Weens. Believe it or not.
Mouse and Weens and a 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 mouse and Weens, mouse and Weens and a mouse and Weens.
Holy crap, we're here again.
Hi.
It's Mouse and Weens back at you.
Yes.
Or is it back at ya?
At ya with
At
the
ya.
ch. What's
Oh
up?
my God, I'm sorry. I'm Mouse. I'm Joelle. I'm the mom one. I'm the one
No
with the bad
apologies.
jokes. And you are...
Have hilarious jokes that are really, really gonna finally shine. I had one just what? Who said something? Ouch. Hello. Merman. Who is this? Hello.
Oh my God.
Lord.
We don't know what we're doing this morning, except that I think our mood does not match our interview. So let's just do a fun episode right now, okay?
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Fun episode start. Okay, sister.
Weens. It's
Aw,
us. It's Mouse and Weens. Here we are.
Yeah.
On a great
just
Sunday.
Jerking around here on this beautiful Sunday. My sister is having a epileptic fit.
I
Don't say
know.
that. People actually have this.
It does happen occasionally. I'm Joelle. I'm Mouse. I'm the mom, wifey one down in San Diego. I'm trying to mix it up. How do you like
I
it?
am not a wife. I'm Weens, and but that's okay with me. I'm okay. Or if you'd like to wife me, what does that mean? Come over at noon. I'll make you a sandwich full of cucumbers and love. Wife me!
Oh my God. What temptation. You're going to have a line out the door. Oh, I love you.
I've got
Weens.
full cucumbers here, and I ran out of veganese, but sometimes the boys like that. It tastes like mayonnaise, but without the dairy.
Why don't you like dairy?
Because it makes you toot. Have you noticed that?
Well, I thought you were going to say to save the cows and such, but
Well,
okay, if you'd rather go that
also-
direction, that's fine.
No, it makes you toot, I was saying.
Okay. Not you.
But don't worry about that.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, sister, tell me a little bit about yourself. How are you?
Well, I'm 5'8". I'm a brunette. Recently
like
had my hair
jewels?
dyed. I do like jewels, but I like subtle jewels.
Do you do?
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite kind? Do you like the felty necklaces?
You know what? I put on today my little silver chain with my tiny little diamond solitaire pendant. I like them
Ooh.
demure and little, but I do like this one because it hangs right on top of. I have this
Your
weird.
sleeve.
No, I have this weird. I have a blackhead. One of those
Ew.
like permanent ones that doesn't go away. It's always there, and
Joelle.
it looks kind of like a freckle, but
Oh,
upon
Joe.
further inspection. But if I wear the right necklace, it covers it up perfectly. So
Are
I
you
always
willing
imagine.
to talk about this publicly?
I don't know. I'm just being honest. I don't know.
Chris Martin is going to hear this from Coldplay.
I know. Brad Pitt, Chris. Well, there go all my chances
Chris,
of neck
Brad.
suckles, but it's okay. No, I don't know.
Oh.
It's just everyone has funny things. What are you talking about? You know,
I've got
things.
none.
Bull.
It's weird
honks.
because I am perfect.
Yeah,
Honks.
You do.
Now that I have. I was,
know.
actually, no, I was with my honking team. We all wear masks, but we go down to the LA River and we try to call the ducks over to us closer, and we're called honks. The honks. Have you ever seen those guys with the duck whistles and all?
Yes, I do. And then I was going to try to tie this into our friends at the podcast, Fish Nerds, but I guess they don't have fish
Aw.
whistles. Do they? I was thinking
They
that
might have.
they would honk for fish, but that doesn't
We
make
would
any
have
sense.
I'm going to ask Fisherman Dave, our good pal, who's a fisherman, who actually, he would have an answer for that probably.
Yeah,
I'll
I
bet
guess-
you they have water slappers.
Yeah, or like a dinger on the metal boat underside. I know they can talk to whales and dolphins. Maybe they could talk to fish.
Yeah, I'd stick my head in the water for that.
All right. Well, tell me for real. Are you going down to the LA River? How are your bike rides going and hikes and things like that? Are you
I
getting
haven't been
outside?
doing-
Are you working out?
Not much.
Mm.
Not much. Well, we do our witch workout in the morning with our friend Patti Negri, who she does a little workout in the morning. Patti Negri we had on one of our episodes, and she is an actual good witch.
Mm-hmm. And she's really into
explain that?
spiritual stuff, and but she also likes mind and body, so she does little workouts. It's cool.
And I think it's really good. It's called pace. So you pace yourself. You do 4 minutes on, 1 minute off. 4 minutes on, 1 minute off.
Yeah, it's cute.
And, what do you think?
It's a Facebook video. I like it. It makes me get out of bed and get dressed, and I have a schedule. It instantly starts your day positively, and the people are cute. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's there's
a vampire on there too.
Yes, I know. His name's Father Sebastian. I guess he's a Hollywood pretty famous vampire.
And Patty is a pretty famous witch. She's on Ghost Hunter Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunter, and
she was
a lot of shows with George Norrie on Coast to Coast.
She was just on the late night show, like after Seth Meyers. What is the girl's name too? I never stay up that late.
Yeah. I watched her clip though. It was really cool, and it was crazy. I don't want to give it away if anyone wants to watch it, but this lady had her come. She was the host of the show. Had her come to this haunted type place she was living, and she was kind of skeptical. You could tell. She's like, "Oh my God, there's a witch lady." But then she said, "There's something haunting this place, I think." And then they go out to the pool, and both of the camera people's cameras stop working, and you could tell. I don't know. I'm pretty good with judging if something is a fake reality thing where they script it, but it really seemed like something was happening because someone had to. I don't know. What do you think?
Ooh,
did you watch it?
No, I want to watch it though. So they sent us a link. We'll add this to our social media. So, but I do want to find out the name of the show, so people could at least go to the source too.
I'll go look at it right now.
All right.
What do you think of Sebastian the Vampire? Could you ever date a vampire?
Oh my gosh, I don't know about that. I don't think so. No,
Wouldn't it be interesting though?
Well, I hung out with a bunch of those Hollywood late night types when I was dating Rick, my college boyfriend.
What does that mean? Hollywood late night types? What do they do?
I don't know. That's the closest I've ever come to a vampire or rock and rollers going to play the Whiskey A Go-Go.
I don't know.
in the 90s.
So basically, people from the 90s who go to Whiskey A Go-Go are vampires in my sister's mind.
Well, they all had long black dyed hair, and they wore leather jackets with spikes. And they probably
here's the
liked
name.
the Lost Boys, and I really liked the Lost Boys, so maybe I would.
She
date
was
a vampire.
into Jason Patric, by the way, like big time. He was the one.
So cute.
Maggots, Michael, you're eating maggots.
Ew.
That guy. You don't even know what I'm talking about because you have not watched The Lost Boys.
I have watched it many times. I just haven't since it was out.
Oh.
And I need to watch it with the kids, I think. We were talking about that at Halloween time. All right, what did you find out? Did you look it up?
Oh, crap. They don't say her whole name. Her name is Lily. Lily.
Oh, Lily Singh. Late Night with Lily Singh, right? S-I-N-G-H.
A little late Lily Singh.
A little late with
name
Lily
of the show.
Singh. Yeah.
It's after Seth Meyer on whatever that channel is. Oh my God. And one of the guys in the group has COVID in the exercise group.
Oh,
and that's we won't say any names, but there's so many people that have COVID these days that I know of.
And you're losing track. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah,
you know
it's crazy. It's did we talk about this in the last episode? Maybe that Dave's coworker, his whole family came down with it, and it was pretty crazy. He is fine now. Everybody's fine now, so it ended fine. But they turned him away at the ER. He had one day where he couldn't catch his breath, and his fever was like 106 or something crazy. But they turned him away because his oxygen levels were still okay, and he just had to go home and sweat it out to the oldies.
Wow.
And so he put on his Richard.
So he has COVID and he has to go home, and Richard Simmons is waiting for him.
Yes.
That sounds like hell.
He had to sweat it out with Richard Simmons and hop around in short shorts. And now he's better, so it worked. It was a good recovery for him. But yeah. No, it's no joke. Great. It's really sad. We do know people that have died from it. And friends of friends and relatives of relatives and things like that.
Okay, but sister, I was just asking you because your bubble is getting a little bigger. You have another family added to your friend, your sibs. They're not sibs, they're children. What are they called? Children. And they are now hanging out with two families, and you were saying, should I worry? So
Yeah, it's that whole question as a parent of what's more important, this physical wellness or mental wellness. And it's coming up to a year that they haven't been hanging around any friends. And so it's like, okay, schools are starting to open up again. Vaccines are rolling out. Maybe it's time we do open our bubble a little bit and play with a few more kids. So,
or do you wait till you get your vaccine and do
I
it?
know,
That's the real question. And when you hear the story about Dave's coworker, does that scare you, or do you say, "Well, I guess we can get through it"? Okay, I just asked you this, and you said,
"I know, I
just don't want to be sick for 5 days."
I don't know how I feel. On one hand, I thought, having a fever of 103 plus for 5 days in a row sounds awful. That would be horrible. That would not be my dreamy sick bed that I always want, where I can get all my projects done laying in bed.
She wants to have a broken toe.
I want to have a broken limb that makes me stay in bed and everyone has to wait on me, and then I can get my projects done on my computer. It would be great.
This is a sad story that's what it would take to get you to relax.
I know. But
what happened? Yes, but
I also so I don't want the high fever. I do want to be in bed. I do want to lose 20 pounds being sick. But I don't want to give it to anybody. There's as many pros as there are cons. I mean, there's a lot more cons.
This is what I just said to my, okay, sister, I'm talking. This is what I just said. It was like, I said, that's so sad. Did you hear him, our little exercise partner? Did you hear how he said he was so sick? And Joelle says... Yeah, but he also said he lost 20 pounds. Now that would be good. I was like, Joelle! You can't say that. You were so excited.
The old adage. I'm one flew away from my perfect weight, It happens.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes that's what it takes. A forced fast, right?
Anyway, fast.
Are you worried? What's your mental state with COVID these days and being in LA and seeing your people? What do you think?
I got weirded out because we went on a hike. I met 2 friends last weekend. I think it was on Saturday. So it was the morning. We go at 5 a.m, which is nuts. But I was thinking nobody would be out there. But we took an hour and a half or something because we went on a long one. Mm-hmm. And by 6:30 or 7, there were tons of people out because it was Saturday. I didn't realize there were so many humans that get up that early in LA.
But you're walking and moving and it's fresh air.
But they were like passing on trails, and then there were like 4 guys who were running down the hill right next to us that like touched us when they went by with sweat, and I was like, ah!
Ew.
So
tiny
it
trails.
Started to feel, it was a lot of, we went on one that was more popular, and so oy vey, that's when I started to go, I don't know if I want to do that, because 1 out of every 5 people are sick in LA, so then I started. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not good stat. How do they figure out those statistics, by the way?
I know. I mean,
it's a weird one, but
it's
bad news.
The whole population and cut it, divide it up percentage-wise, but then I'm sure it's higher in certain areas and neighborhoods and family types and living situations. So.
This one's bad. Yeah. And I know. But you know what? There's always sunshine out your window if you just stay inside and let it touch your face.
Oh my God. That old song. That? I love that song.
That's a good one.
That reminds me of our Phyllis Diller days, Carol Channing impressions. And her eyebrows came up in one of our recent posts. I was proud to have recognized her eyebrow. Has anyone looked at our good eyebrow post? Oh, sorry. That's my one giveaway. Okay, that's my one hint.
Phyllis.
People could win swag. We're still collecting answers. I'm tabulating and formulating and sending out.
You have to guess
prizes.
Eyebrows, because in our last 100th episode, you guys, this is not too long ago. It was our 100th episode, and even this morning, a couple friends were on a Zoom call, and they said they've been secretly watching. We never know who is actually listening.
I know.
But several friends are listening, and I'm so excited, and they were so proud of the 100th episode. I'm proud of it too. And I want to say good for you, Mouse, because you do the majority of the work. And I thank you. But please, to our friends, will you just give my sister a little love?
Oh my
gosh. A thumbs up here and there. And
you too.
Let us know you're out
for
there.
Both of us. I mean, we're both. Yeah. So bottom line, share with your friends, everybody who's listening. Please do tell people, because
what a bunch of desperate twinks.
We want to bring a little more laughter to people. That's it. We just want to be love and light. And
if that's the case, then make it light and make it loving. Right now, will you tell a joke maybe? Do you have a joke? Anyone? Not to put you on the spot, but tell a joke that's funny.
Yeah, geez. Isn't that what comedians hate? Like, oh, you're a comedian? Make me laugh. Tell me a joke.
Well, do it now.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't.
I'll tell you
anything.
a joke. Last night, I was alone.
Oh.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Why is that funny to you? Why is that funny?
How's your front neighbor? Can we talk about
neighbor?
that? Your front neighbor.
I feel weird. Like if someone actually, my front neighbor.
I know, but they walked in during that one episode.
I know.
And then you had the rat episode with the
no rats. Well,
yeah.
The salami.
Are they gone?
Can you sing that song again? What's your Scooby song?
No.
All right. She's got
Casual
a cat.
Scoob. Casual
Scoob.
He's the Scooby. Casual. Wait, we can't do this because our phones are delayed. You're messing me up. It's like when Adam Sandler says, "Can you all please stop clapping? It's messing me up." But I appreciate it. Julianne.
Yeah.
I have the coolest life hack that I want to tell you about and our listeners. I know you already know because you have stayed here and you have had them, but it is Dream Dinners. It is a meal preparation service, but more than that, it is saving time, saving money. It's the best thing. It makes these great meals for families, for single folks, for couples. You can get a 6-serving size or a 3-serving size. It's the best. What do you think?
I love it because I came over and was going to cook for your family of 5, and I easily pulled out a frozen meal because they freeze them so nothing rots in the refrigerator, and it was perfect. It was chicken marsala and garlic mashed potatoes and green beans with almonds, and I came out looking really, really good.
See?
I didn't tell anyone it was Dream Dinners. I just pretended like I made it. Don't tell them that. But it was amazing.
Yeah, the kids love the meals. I've kind of tailor-picked the ones that I know that they really like, and we stick with those. We avoid certain foods in our family, so I always tend toward different meals, but the choices are great. They change it up every month, and it's not a subscription service. You can get, just 1 month's worth if you want and be done.
So how do you get this? Is it delivered or do you pick it up?
You go to dreamdinners.com, you choose your location, you put in your order, and right now during the purple tier, they are letting you either pick up or they'll deliver for free if you're within 25 miles of Poway or San Marcos. Normally you would go into the store once a month, and it only takes like about an hour, but it's really fun. I always choose to go on a Saturday morning, and often I'll bring Charlotte with me, and we work our way around. It's kind of like these big salad bars, and we have our recipe cards, and we fill it up with all our scoops, and it's a great thing. And then you have a month's worth of meals in the freezer ready to go, and you just pick them out, kind of thaw them in the fridge a day or two before, and then you just open the fridge and go, what should we have for dinner? And there's all these gourmet meals. It's the best. I love Dream Dinners. Everyone should try it. Please go to dreamdinners.com, choose your spot. If you're here, put in Mouse and Weens 20 to get a 20% discount as well, and you will enjoy family time and quick and easy meals for as long as you want to do it. It's great.
We love Dream Dinners.
Dream Dinners. Wait, talk about some celebrity stories. That's what I like better. Who cares about Scooby? I have a funny cat song. Go to social media to listen to it. No, I want to hear about more fun things. You stopped me in our last episode when you were going to tell me about celebrity stories that go nowhere.
Celebrity stories that go nowhere. Ding.
It was the guy who was also on The Runaways with Kristen Stewart. The other guy.
Who? Michael
Shannon. Yeah, tell the Michael Shannon story. Yeah, what happened?
No, I mean, these are all okay. Well, there was no real great story except I worked with him on The Runaways, and he's a very serious actor.
Okay,
now
describe who he is.
Nike, I was just
who don't Nike?
You cut me off. I couldn't even say my M. I said Nike because you were coming in. It ruined my thought process.
We were just thinking the same thing. Okay, go ahead.
Nike. Remember the Knights Who Say Knee? Do you like that movies? Okay. So yeah, he's just a serious guy. He paces back and forth. He studies his lines. Mm-hmm. I was in the van with him when we drove from the set to the to the his trailer, and then this is so long ago I can't remember what we talked about. That's how these celebrity stories really go nowhere because I can't remember. He fell off his chair in the motorhome in the trailer. I remember that. That was kind of funny. And
Did he laugh or was he serious about that too?
Yeah, no, he's a weirdo. He's definitely weird. But
yeah, he's the guy.
Reminds...
Can I just describe him too really quick?
Yeah.
He's got like a big forehead and wide set eyes and a very square jaw. Almost like the guy Jaws from the James Bond movies, but not that scary squarey. He's more
sharks
nice
have
looking.
beady eyes.
Right?
They're black.
I knew him from Boardwalk Empire. And what else?
Boardwalk Empire. He was in Revolution Road with DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. He was in Jesus' Son, who stars Billy Crudup, who I was in love with. And he's a cute one.
Yeah.
Except apparently when his wife, Mary Louise Parker from Weens, was having a baby, he left her.
I know.
That's the drama
crazy.
I heard.
There's more stories like that when it comes down to it. It's weird. I've known a few personal people who have left marriages with babies.
Can't take the heat, huh? Stick a little dink in the twink. When you're trying to sound tough, don't mess up your words. So dumb. Don't make me say things anymore. Dink in the twink. Go ahead. What?
Michael Shannon fell off his chair. And then what happened?
I don't remember. Okay, I remember nothing except that. Okay, so he played Kim Fowley, who was he played the manager of the Runaways in the Runaways movie. And then the actual Kim Fowley, who was a very controversial character, if you're into the band stuff at all. He came to the rap party, and he was this monstrous, weird-looking, I guess maybe that's, anyway.
We all know what you're going to say. That's why they cast Michael Shannon, because he looks like a monster.
Stop?
You said
and
it.
Michael Shannon. So Kim Fowley was there, the thing, and I was scared of him because he was notoriously like this kind of creepy guy, and he stole a lot of their money. He was their manager, but Joan Jett also executive produced the show, and I talked to her for a long time.
Wow! Now there's the story. How was that? What did you talk
Joan
about?
Jett? I can't remember. I don't remember anything. I'm terrible. She's just a cool one. She's real, like, she is kind of like tough, but sweet. And the director of that, I kept asking, this is what happens is the director is Floria Sigmundi, who directed like the Marilyn Manson video, Beautiful People, and Jack White's, was he Jack White then? White Stripes Blue Orchid video. If you've seen any of these, are really cool. So I like Jack White, so I'm hanging out with Floria Sigmundi, and I keep trying to ask Jack White questions. And she's also kind of a famous music video director. She's a famous, this is her big feature film. I'm like, so what was it like? I was like Chris Farley in that SNL skit. So, how's Jack White? So, is he cute? So, is he nice? And she's just like, who the fuck is this? And get them out of this car. At some point, it was, I think she kind of turned around and was like, okay.
Some little Teen Beat fangirl just snuck in the movie
Oh,
set.
Jack White. Anytime I can get
Why
close
is he
to that
so
guy.
great to you? Why do you love him? What's the deal?
Oh, I think it was whatever. You like people you like because he probably reminds me of some childhood. He reminds me of John Philip Sousa, probably.
Oh.
My old childhood crush. And then he's got the
She had a crush on the band leader, John Philip Sousa.
Created the Sousaphone. So, yeah, that was nice. And then with the Michael Shannon guy, he was very nice and funny, happy, whatever, but also super intense actor. Once he gets into character, he's gnarly. I think he might have been up for an Academy Award, actually, in Revolution Road, I think.
Oh, cool. I shouldn't say he looks like a monster. That was mean. I also think Ted Danson has a big forehead, and they would be good potential Frankenstein characters. That's all. It's just a head shape thing. You know how I obsess about that. I'm taking the heat for it because he's a great actor and probably a really nice guy. So it's okay that he has a big forehead.
Oh my gosh. See, look at all these films. Okay, Shape of Water, which was Guillermo del Toro, who also did Pan's Labyrinth. He's the director. And Take Shelter, Iceman. See, these are Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Man of Steel, Superman. Come on.
Right?
Knives Out, the recent Knives Out movie, which is very, very well done.
He's in lots.
He plays the brother in Knives Out. Do you remember?
I didn't see
That's the movie that you let your kids watch with Dave. That said you were a little scared about, like, ooh, this is kind of risky. But
Was it?
yes, my sister.
I didn't follow up.
You make me do these celebrity stories and they go nowhere.
No, they go somewhere. You had conversations.
Okay, and then
That's
Michael
nice.
Shannon, I was at the Ace Hotel and I was doing location scouting for another film, and I happened to be shooting the pool upstairs. I was taking pictures, and there was a large man in a Speedo on the phone with his feet in the water at the hot tub going, I don't know if I want it. What the? I was like, who is this loud ass guy? And who wears Speedos? And he turns around. Michael Shannon is in my scout photos of the pool. And I showed him to the director of the producers, and I was all excited. I was like, here's the photos of the Ace Hotel, and look who's at the pool, Michael Shannon. And nobody wrote back. Crickets.
Really?
I was all
Nobody
excited.
cared?
Yeah.
Oh.
No one cared.
They probably
No one
went and
cared.
sold them to
TMZ.
TMZ or something, yeah.
Bunch of rats.
Wow, zoomed in on his Speedo like Jon Hamm style.
Oh, Jon Hamm's ham.
Poor
We all
Hamm.
like to look at that. I know.
Poor Hamm. Have you ever met him?
What did you, yeah, Jon Hamm was there I wasn't with you. We went to Upright Citizens Brigade, and right next door is the Frenchy Bistro restaurant. I can't remember the name right now, but
yeah.
I love that place. And, I don't want to give it away because all the UCB guys go hang out in there. And then we went in there, and I was there with Luke, who works on SpongeBob SquarePants, and I'm living in his house right now. He's moved out.
His
but I'm
former
in his
house, yeah.
His former house. And I was with, I think, Piconi and Jen, Bachata Jen, and we walked by, and I said, oh, there's Jon Hamm getting a drink. And I was like, guys, let's go in and say hi. And they were like, psh. They all were like,
too cool.
who cares? Jon Hamm.
See,
guys.
if you had had me there, we would have been in there talking.
Oh, of course.
I have
And
no shame. I am
Joelle,
not cool at all. I am
She would
fine
have
with
been
it.
up there. I'm not cool either, though. I always listen to my dork stories of you're a good comedian. Eyeglasses fall off. Fred Armisen. Oh, embarrassment.
They're the best, though. So you just walked right on by him. Oh, poor Ham. He could have
Poor
been. You
Hams.
could have been Eggled and Ham. That would have been so
Could
cute.
have been. We could both give him a big hug, and then he'd be a pressed ham. If we're on either side of him, hugging him. Anyway, he's known to be a very nice guy. So
Yeah.
there you go.
He seems like it.
And
It's so funny that his biggest role was Mad Men, which is so serious, but he's actually more
I
of a comedy
know.
guy.
I
Which
know.
I like seeing him in all that other stuff too. Like,
I know. It's so much fun. Breaking stereotype. It's very smart.
Yeah.
He goes to UCB a lot. And then Bradley Cooper I saw at UCB, and he used to go a lot too.
really?
Before he became super famous. And he's actually in the Upright Citizens. By the way, if nobody knows what we're talking about, Upright Citizens Brigade is a improv comedy troupe that was started in New York, long form improv. Tina Fey was a big part of starting it with Matt Walsh and this other Matt and this other one I can't remember.
Yeah.
Matt Basher, whoa, and Amy Poehler and Horatio Sands and anyway, it's out in LA. It's been here for many years. So a lot of the people that you see on Comedy Central and like all the Doug Benson, Scott Aukerman. Who are some other guys? All those guys. Paul Scheer.
Yeah.
What's his name? Rob Hubel. All those dudes.
Right.
And girls.
And many now lend their voices to
Laura.
animations. They're like famous in that world now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the one on Sunset, I think, just closed. So now it's
Oh, did it?
all relegated to that, the one near you. Yeah.
Wow.
So-
Yeah. It's got to be a lot of rent on Sunset.
Yeah. Tough.
Hey,
times.
what about you went to the place we went together, Dynasty Typewriter, which is it's kind of the new hip, there's a hip place called Coronat at the Largo. Don't quote me on that name. I always get it wrong. Coronat at the Largo Theater
Yeah.
was a famous place that it's kind of a hipster cool. Amy Mann is part owner, blah, blah, blah. They have a new hip one called Dynasty Typewriter. Take it away, Joe. Did you like it? It's an improv with a lot of those same people.
I totally liked it. Yeah, it was the troupe Wild Horses did their show that night. We were there. And it's Lauren Lapkus, who's pretty famous from tons of stuff, right? Was she in Last Man on Earth? No, I'm thinking the other person.
That's Kristen Shaw.
Right. Yeah, anyway, great comedians. You've seen them around. I just pulled it up. Mary Holland, Erin Whitehead, Stephanie Allen, and Lauren Lapkus. And they were great. It was fun. And it was very friendly and happy. And I really liked it. That was for your birthday last year.
They were all ladies.
Yeah, I know. Girl power.
And
great.
You know what was funny? Remember the thing that happened with they were interviewing the take it away, Joe. Who are these?
Oh, your indie film
my
guy.
My brain doesn't work.
COVID brain.
It's the fucking Duplass brothers, Mark Duplass.
Yes, yeah.
So they were interviewing him before they did their improv, and then I guess I had gone to the bathroom after they were done interviewing. He goes, right. And his wife was sitting in front of us. It was my birthday night, so
yeah.
It was the mouse and my friend Jennifer Martin and Debbie Fawcett. Mm-hmm. And we were all sitting kind of in the back row. And I guess he was going to find his seat with his wife. He wanted to sit with his wife. Mm-hmm. And she was right in front of my seat. And I had just gone to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So you tell the rest of the story because I was gone.
He sidled into our aisle and he goes, "Can I sit here?" And how did it go?
He sat down and
yeah,
Debbie was like, "You can't sit there."
Right? I kicked him out of your seat. I was thinking, that'd be great. Julianne will be fine, like off to the side. She can stand in the aisle.
And then you guys could all sit and talk to him, and
it would have been fun to have.
Thanks, Joe.
The guy,
you but leave me with no seat.
Yeah,
just
sorry.
for a famous person. See where the priorities are. You're like my ex Dave, who pushed me into the bear.
I'm sorry. Well, it would have been a career move for you potentially. You could have met him and done some films.
Good Christ. He'll just say, "Oh, that's nice. I'm glad I took your seat. Now let me give you a movie."
Well, it could happen. It could start. Just like Don Johnson in the elevator. You never know.
Oh, Don Johnson in the elevator, folks. My mom said, ask Don Johnson for money to go to school when I was working on his show. And I did. In the elevator with Don Johnson, asked him, "Don, do you have any money to help me go to school?" He started laughing.
That's so mean.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. What? How could he?
He and his security guard. He had this total burly, like huge, stocky, really sweet security guard that went with him everywhere. And they both were like, But the Don Johnson laugh.
Wait, did he think maybe you were kidding? Did you say it in a comedy way?
No, I said it in a very authentic, nervous kind of way. John, sorry to ask you, but I was wondering if you might be able to give me a loan. I think I asked for a loan. Oh, it's not funny. Mom, you led me down the path. I was a tiny, tiny peak of sheep, and I went to the wolves' den.
Wait, what did you just say? A peakish sheep?
I don't know what that means. Peakish.
Peakish?
Right?
I don't know
like
if I've
peak
heard
is
that.
Maybe you're peeking out from under your wool.
I thought you were talking about the Leakest Wink. I thought you got your words mixed up.
Okay, what happened there? There's a story. Wow, it's a doozy. Ready? And hit it.
We worked at a biotech company together, and the CEO of the biotech would often introduce fun things that we would do on our Friday happy hours, because we always had company happy hours.
They were called ho-hos.
Ho-hos. We had parties and different events and all this stuff. So we did
like a karaoke Friday.
It was karaoke Friday. But we did it this was like a game show. And it was right when the, what was that?
Weakest Link.
The Weakest Link was famous.
It's super popular, right? Yeah. The red-haired lady. And
yeah, we did a version of that.
Do you guys remember that game show? The Weakest Link.
Was it Sharon Osbourne doing it? Is that the red-haired lady you're talking about?
I don't think so. No. She was just a lady.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway, our CEO got up there and did this whole intro, and he might have been a little bit nervous.
Dressed like her.
Dressed like her.
Dressed
That's
as
right.
a woman.
Yes.
It was a big deal.
Yeah. And the
lots of build up.
Last
been planning
word
for it for weeks.
We finally he did his big reveal. His voice got louder. The volume went up, and he said, "And now it's the Leakest Wink." And that was it. And walked off stage. And it was the best. And we say it all the time. And now I can't even remember which one's right. Because
It was, welcome to the Leakest Wink.
Yeah.
Why is that so funny to us, though? I've told that story, and it often, there's probably a few people out there that are like,
I know,
groaning right now, but that's okay.
Hey, if anyone loved that joke, please write to us so we know that we're not
Tell
crazy.
us you like the Leakest Wink. It's when someone messes something up, but when they're super emphatic about the thing too.
It's the best. Why is that so great? It's so great.
I don't know. It's
I also love that Trump, not to go into major politics, but I just love that he coined the term "you're fired," and now he's totally being kicked out of the White House. He's fired.
Yay!
And he's gotten silent. He's been silenced, but he also is just tail tucked between the legs, won't go to the inauguration. The whole thing is just so funny to me. And not that I want to rub noses in anything. I'm above that, higher ground, but fuck
You
that
can rub a
guy. And
nose.
it's so funny. And I just love how this is all...
Rub his nose. Who cares?
How this is all
a
going
time.
down, how it's all playing out. That he'll go down as the worst president in history after all those ridiculous shenanigans and awful things he's done. So there.
Yay!
That
Justice.
is the editorial section by Mass. You're welcome.
The darkness will come to the light, my friends. That's what I kept hearing on. Oh, not to bring it up, but I just watched the R. Kelly crazy. I survived R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to see that. Is it nuts?
Oh my God,
Ew.
lunatic. It's not even funny. He should be not on this earth. Sorry, guys, but you know, certain people.
Wow.
You lose some really lovely people in the world, and then there's R. Kelly who's still out there.
Ugh,
I'm just saying.
gross. Yeah.
So he can suck it, and he's a terrible guy. Terrible.
And it was all based on true? Is it like a documentary
Oh, yeah.
or is it a reenactment?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
True. Well, I mean, it's all the women coming out talking about how he basically was running. He's just
A weird cult sex trafficking thing or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cult guy. He was doing that. He was making people. He was starving kids. He had sex with a 12-year-old, 14-year-old. Took them from their parents. It's total weirdo Michael Jackson stuff where he separates them and takes them and says, I'm going to give you a career in music. And then like basically just uses them as sex slaves and kept them in rooms and beat them and made them like starved them. He was, and the fact that he's still out there and like Spotify said, okay, we won't put him because people have a whole campaign. It's like #mute R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Is the campaign, and thank God they had this thing out because more people are seeing it. Because the way of the world is that you hear about something and you kind of go, "Yeah, I didn't," and then you know,
right? I don't
people
really
make
know.
jokes,
Is that
and then you kind of forget about it.
Are they just saying it? Yeah.
Or you kind of go, "Didn't he have a weird sex ring or something?" Oh yeah, fucking weirdo, out of the closet, weird. But he's a calculated mastermind, like sociopath creep. And he thinks he's God and above it all. It's these fucking cult leaders that think they're above the law. And when they are and they get away with it because they're still, like, music business makes a lot of money off of them. So they're not indicting them the way they should. So I hope something happens. We're seeing more accountability these days, like Harvey Weinstein and, like, Creepo from the Nexium.
What?
120 years that guy got, the sex slave like self-help group Nexium guy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Keith Raniere. Yeah.
Ew.
Joe,
I
you got
gotta
some
get
catching
on
up to
it.
do.
I just
Get on your cults.
need to. I'm living in my La La fairyland. I watched too many Hallmark movies this year.
It's happier.
It just, I can't go too dark and deep. My brain, it doesn't work for me. And then I don't sleep. It's a whole
I
thing.
can't help it. Maybe it's like an addictive brain to drama.
Well,
But I
it
don't
keeps it
know.
away from your own world. So I guess it's good to see it on screens.
I guess it's like figuring out the mind of a lunatic, right?
Yeah, right.
Like, how does this happen? How do people, and it's
It is
a
fascinating.
whole thing, because you would say from the outside, like, that would never happen to me, but that's what everybody says.
Right.
So how does it?
Right. I know. The little chipping away. I mean, I guess it's like any religion or anything that you want to glom onto and then becomes part of your identity and then it seems okay. Yeah, all the Marilyn Manson. Well, him too.
Marilyn Manson.
He's a weirdo, but no, Manson murders and that whole thing and that cult thing. That one was like it too.
Yeah. That's right.
Wild.
Joe.
Don't do it, kids.
Get your head out of the dumps.
No
Don't do it.
cults.
And happy time. Ready? 1,
right.
2, 3. Cha 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 cha.
Hey.
Cha 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 cha. Yeah.
Woo woo.
Okay. Say something funny. I just ended it on a cult note, so let's say something fun. How do you? Have anything fun to say?
I thought of you the other night.
Hi.
I'm gonna divulge something that don't tell my husband.
I'll get mad at.
No,
Okay, go
but
ahead.
just it was, one of these loving evenings with my husband. Happy married.
harping.
I said, hey, don't say that.
Oh.
Now, come
Rump.
on. It was making love. But
Okay.
I had to think of you. I'm sorry, your image popped into my brain. But it was your bears having a picnic moment because guess what PJs I was wearing?
What?
Fa la 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 llama.
Oh, he was attracted to the Fala llamas. We both, my mom bought us, bless her heart, 2 pairs of pajamas that say Fala llama. They're Christmas pajamas. So there's a bunch of llamas that have like Christmas lights
They're
around
so
their necks and
dorky.
wreaths.
And I just had a moment of passionate love. And I love my husband. And we are very healthy in all sorts of departments. And put my llama PJs back on. And I love being married and knowing that I can wear llama PJs and still have a fun night. That was it. That was my thought. So stupid.
Okay, so guys, now not everybody knows everything about us. The bears and a picnic moment was that I was dating this guy, and I call him spiritual sex. So he was this guy I was dating, and it was the first moment of like going back to his place and candles and romance. And he was this spiritual guy I met at some spiritually thing. I was super into it back then, like some yoga spirit camp thing, whatever. And he was like this super hot surfer looking, like puka shells around the neck, but also the spiritual, well-dressed, like hot guy. And we ended up back at his pad, and I think I was, it was the kissing on the couch that turned into somehow, oh boy, here we go.
Hands
Mom,
on
close your
hands.
ears.
It
Hands
happens.
on hands. But it got to the point
First
of
base,
the
second base.
skirt. Yeah, it was. We didn't even have sex, just so you know. Okay, settle down, everybody. We'll put snakes in the cage. Everyone settle it. We got to the point of the skirt came up, and but it was just like, you know how the hands grab around the Tushano area, and then lightly your skirt comes up a little, and then somehow I went back. I was like, oh crap, because I didn't expect this to happen. It was one of those moments that you're like, oh, whatever. I'm going to yoga camp and going to talk about cheese with you never, and then suddenly you're back there and he's got his hand around your unmentionables, and then I look down and I go, oh crap, what underwear do I have on? And guess what, guys, it was bears having a picnic. That's what was on the underwear. It was a bunch of bears sharing presents, or no, they were sharing like watermelon baskets, and there was just like bears passing baskets around. So it was bears having a picnic. And I got so uncomfortable about the bears, and I kind of killed the vibe. And I was like, oh, yeah, I have to go to the restroom real fast. Hold on, I'll be right back. And by the time I came back, mood was dead. We just ended up talking about the cheese again, and then I went home. Didn't happen.
Oh,
bears having a picnic,
bears,
we'll kill it every
we're
time.
The blockers, blocking bears. Oh, that's so
And
sad.
you know what? If you're married, you could do the bears in a picnic or the Fala llamas.
I could wear,
Get married, folks.
I could wear
everybody.
the big, tall undies. I could wear the holies. It's all good.
That was
In the
on,
middle of the night. It's great.
Bridget Jones had a scene like that where it was the Hugh Grant character in her big granny panties.
That happened to me. That happened to
What?
me. Yes.
Do tell.
Yes, I had a Spanx moment exactly like that Bridget Jones scene. Totally. I mean,
Okay, well, let's tell about it real fast.
let's save that one for another time. I just
Spank it.
divulged too much. No.
Spanx!
No, let's save it. We'll
What
save the
happened?
Spanx.
Okay, save it.
In our next episode. Weens,
Okay.
you're the best. Thank you for making my day fun.
Thank you for making my life fun.
And thank you, listeners, for listening to our podcast. We're happy to share all these dumb stories with you. Oh my gosh. But
who listens? I'm so sorry.
it's okay. We're just, friends in your ears, which reminds me, hey, I was on an episode of Friends in Your Ears. It's another podcast.
Ooh,
Look it up right
that's a
now,
good
everybody.
one.
Friends in Your Ears. And I got interviewed about podcasting and like what I like about podcasting, how I got into it.
Oh, Joe!
Yeah, kind of fun. And it was really cute, and got to meet with another woman on there, and yeah, had a great time. So go look that one up. It's a recent one. So whatever today's date is, like last month. It was
the 17th, and it was last month. Friends in your ears, folks. They're great. So check them out.
I think it was in January, early January. Anyway.
All right, let's wrap it up. And
yes.
We love you.
Wow. Really got my attention there. That was good. Yes, we do love you, everybody. And we love our patrons, especially extra much. You're like the favorite child of the family. Yes. Thank you, Patreon family. We are at Mouse and Weens. Let's see, how's it go? Patreon.com/Mouse and Weens. And for mere $5 a month, you get all sorts of fun bonus features, unedited episodes, swag, jokes and videos and shout outs. And we want to thank all of our wonderful patrons. We love you. And also, if these patrons do want to give us suggestions for what to talk about on the podcast, that is part of our lovely service. We will reach out to you and see if you want certain topics discussed, or if you have questions, or you want to contribute, or if you have a little business you want to plug. We will do that. So.
And thank you to all of our listeners. We really do love you. We've got a bunch of people that are really wonderful people.
For real.
Let's list a few.
I know. Gosh, well, first off,
Brian K. Lee.
Yes. Bucky Core. John
Bucky
Nelson.
Core.
He's been
John Nelson.
all over the place. We have
Phil Rude.
We have Paul Chomo. We have... There's so many.
Chris Asmussen.
Yes. Oh my gosh, for real.
Matt Nooks and Crannies.
Gosh, Jody. Yeah, Maddie from Nooks and Crannies.
Paul Chomo.
Yeah, they're all great. We have so many wonderful listeners.
Christy Ferrier.
Friends. Yep. Keep going, Weens. You got it.
I can't think of anybody else right now, so just know that we love all
you
guys.
There's too many to list, but people have been really sweet with the feedback. The girls at Book of Lies, Sunny, she's awesome.
Yeah.
And Bad at Love, and when the bill comes
Dana
due,
Chaffee.
Tamu. We love Tamu.
We love Tamu.
Yay.
All right, guys, let's close it out.
All right.
Guys, meaning you.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
I turn the radio up, I turn the radio on. When I hear his voice, it's like a love song. His words flow like a river, and he's such a wise soul. But he's only 25 and he lives in Toronto. If I were Hispanic, I'd say he is mucho en fuego. People hate his beard, what do they know?
Hi, this is Two Girls on a Bench, the podcast. So we're two writers who tend to procrastinate just a bit.
We like to snack. We like to talk.
We don't have time to write, but we have time to do this podcast.
We certainly do. Join us on the bench.
Listen in.
At number 2 Girls on a Bench.
This was a podcast of the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.